Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And it is Friday, and we are going to start into the weekend with some nice little solo role playing. And I am determined to continue my Keep on the Shadowfell adventure using Tiny D6 because we are basically getting close to the epic showdown, to the final conclusion. So after we have made our way through the dungeon, through flooded crypts, down a hidden passage, and through a grand hall where we had to fight a couple of sentries, cultist sentries, we have now continued to delve deeper into the dungeon, and we have reached an area of the dungeon described to us by Sir Keegan as the Cathedral of Shadows. And this is what you see here. And in this Cathedral of Shadows, and this is one of those scripted, if you want to call it that, encounters in the adventure. So this is like the pre to the final encounter, the Cathedral of Shadow, and this features an Orcus underpriest, like a little tough underboss, basically a servant of Calaril and a servant to Orcus, the demon prince. And this is who we will encounter in today's episode. So yeah, and this is what I was talking about, like when I said, okay, so I'm going to use like this adventure set piece encounters, the story, but I basically enriched it or modified it with randomly generated content, like this waypoint system. But now we are facing one of the scripted encounters in the Cathedral of Shadows. So our party, once again, little introduction here for those of you that just tuned in for the first time. So we have Nathan Wayne, Harper Agent, operating in the Nentia Vale, Marissa, Winterhaven Militia Scout, Yamil, Captain of the Winterhaven Militia, and Adele, Traveling Mage. And we are pretty beat up, actually, after our last encounter. So Nathan Wayne, he was down, he was healed by Adele. She used her last healing powers on him. And so we are in pretty bad shape, but I gave myself a little break and figured we took a little brief, very brief rest, a little respite, and everyone except for Marissa regained another hit point. So now Nathan is at 3 hit points, Adele at 4, Marissa at 5, and Yamil at 4. But we still got some encounters ahead of us. So we basically followed the passageway where the cultists wanted to escape, but luckily we killed them all. And this passage led us to this larger area here, which is the Cathedral of Shadows. And I'm just going to read this little text here. Blue-green light emanates from crystal columns. This is what you see here. A daze along the eastern wall, so this is in my case now the western wall, appears to supply the blood. So there's just say there's like a little bowl on a little altar which contains some blood for some ritual practices, and a human in dark robes, and that is him. A human in dark robes stands there, knife raised high, in my case a staff, singing the praises of the demon lord Orcus, a tattoo of a ram's skull covers the man's face, and he's also got a ram staff. Think just like Skeletor in Masters of the Universe. So he's got this horned ram staff, and you can see it a little here, but it's not really on the pawn anymore. But this is what he has, and he's got his face tattooed. And we approach from the east from this passageway in our dungeon delving formation, and as we encounter this underpriest. And I made up some stats for him. So he is pretty tough. He's got 8 hit points. He is spell touched, just like Adele, so he can invoke minor magical effects and shoot magical bolts. He has mastered light melee weapons, or is proficient with light melee weapons, and has mastered his staff. So I'm counting the staff as light melee because I don't want it to deal 2 points of damage. And this is from the adventure, a little inspiration that I translated to Tiny D6. So he's got the special ability Closer to Orcus. When at half hit points, always focused on attacks, means he gets a success on a 4+, and he can test 1d6 to evade without having to take the action. And he has arcane armor actually now cast upon himself with 2 checkboxes. So the first 2 hits that he suffers, they go into the armor, and then the armor is dispelled. So they're basically like extra hit points, but with a little thematic flair. And this Closer to Orcus is translated from the adventure, where the underpriest gets a bonus when he is bloodied. Bloodied means at half hit points, and I sort of translated it a little to Tiny D6 mechanics. So these are his stats. And now we will see how this goes. So we approach from this side as we hear this ritual chanting and those incarnations. And since this is illuminated, and Adele also still has her magic light upon her staff, we see this priest, this underpriest. He is facing, or his back is facing towards us because he looks at this altar. So we might have the element of surprise, but we need to to test. And I'm going like by a group test. So we got 4 people. 2 of us need to succeed at the test, then we all succeed. Otherwise we fail. And I will of course take Marissa, and because she's sneaky, meaning she gets advantage. And luckily Nathan is also sneaky. And since we are both in the front, we both have to make our tests. So Marissa is the green die and Nathan the yellow. And since we have sneaky, we get advantage, meaning 3d6. So if both of us succeed, we are stealthy. Oh yes. So Marissa, she's got a 5, and I even got 2 6s and a 5. So, yeah, so this guy's preoccupied, so we sneak down through this passageway. We hear this enchanting, or these incarnations, and we go, "Psst, there's someone. Adele, extinguish the light." And Adele makes a small movement with her hand, and the magical light disappears. All right, let's sneak up on this guy along the wall. Okay, so we sneak along this wall in the shadows. Okay, looks like he hasn't noticed us yet. Everybody, get ready. Okay, so now initiative, and because we sort of have the drop on him, I'll give all of my guys advantage on the initiative test, even though normally only Nathan would have advantage because he's vigilant, but because we basically snuck up on this guy, we all get advantage to see if we go before or after. So what do I have here? Marissa, the green die. So she's got advantage because of our surprise, and she passes. So she goes before. Let me make a list here. So the underpriest is in the middle, and before him goes Marissa. Now Nathan. He's got the yellow dice, and he is also vigilant. He passes. He goes before. Now Yamil, who gets advantage. He's got the black dice. Oh, he goes after. Okay, so Yamil goes after. Even though he's got advantage, he didn't make it. And now finally Adele with the purple dice. And she also goes before. 655, all successes. Okay, Adele. So this looks pretty good. So this is how it'll go. All right, so the first one to act will be Marissa. And I'm also using my little cubes again. Marissa, because from where she's standing, she can shoot at him twice, and she will attack him twice. She has mastered her longbow, and because she's got quick shot, she can shoot and reload with one action. So she takes aim and just first action attack. And it's a hit, but he's got his mage armor on, so she gets an arrow, and this arrow hits this guy straight in the back, but as the arrow hits him, there's like a faint blue glow, as if he's like has got like a very thin energy shield around him, like an arcane, very thin arcane shield, and the arrow drops to the ground harmlessly, but this takes off one of his arcane armor boxes. And Marissa, she swears, damn, there's magic at work here. And her next arrow misses its target. Damn. All right, so that was Marissa. She's not moving because she attacked twice. So now it'll be Adele's turn. She will move because she can't see him from where she's at. She will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She will move up to here to take cover behind this wall, and now she will use her spell touch bolt attack. But for cinematic purposes, she does not fail. But now the priest, he turns around and she unleashes a bolt of arcane force. But he makes a quick gesture with his staff and conjures up a blue arcane shield in midair, which absorbs the bolt. So that's like my cinematic interpretation of this miss. Okay, Nathan, he can go before, but this time I will be not as bold. I will advance because I do have a short bow, but I would attack with disadvantage. So I advance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares, and I'm taking the evade action because I'm a shield bearer. I can test 2d6. Because even though if I would base him, I wouldn't be able to attack, and now I at least got a chance with my shield to deflect whatever he throws at me. Okay, so he turns around and he goes, "Infidels, how dare you interrupt my service to the great demon prince of Orcus? You will pay for this." Is it heresy? I think for this heresy. And he conjures up an arcane bolt and with his spell touched ability and unleashes arcane force at Nathan, who will of course use, I'm using the same roll here, try to block this with his shield. Okay, so he doesn't hit. I also would have not evaded, but since he doesn't hit, let's make it cinematic. So he unleashes an arcane bolt, but I get my shield up and block the bolt. But he also has two actions, same thing. Oh, lucky. So he would hit, but I also evade. So this evade is in effect until my turn comes up again. So I can basically evade against all attacks. So once again, I managed to block with my shield. Now it's Emil's turn. I, of course, acted. And this guy acted. And now Emil, he will charge forward. Use this opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to engage this underpriest in melee. Okay, so I could have just left this cube because now next round Adele, Nathan, Marissa go before. Adele, okay, Adele, she will go first. I'm starting with the ranged attacker. So Adele, 2 dice, arcane bolt. And she hits, and this takes off his last arcane armor box. So once again, this bolt streaks at him, and again there's this light blue shivering, but then we can see that this shivering collapses. And yeah, so his armor is gone, and next attack, second action. And it's a miss. So she stays where she's at. It's a miss. But now Marissa, from where she's at. However, Nathan is sort of in the way, and he is also engaged in basically melee with an ally. So it hurts me to say that she has to attack with disadvantage. So I'm using 2 dice because I'm rolling her 2 shots, but it's so I need 5 or 6 on both die to hit because it's with disadvantage. All right, 1 hit, 1 miss. All right, so even with disadvantage, 1 hit. So this time the arrow nicks him in the shoulder, and he's at 7 hit points because his armor is gone. And finally, Nathan. So now he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he will move out of the way a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. And he will not evade this time. He will attack once with his second action. He will attack with his magic longsword Acris that he has also mastered. And he hits. So the underpriest, he tries to get his staff up in time, and he manages to parry the brunt of the blow, but still it knocks the wind out of him, so he still loses a hit point. But now it's his turn, and he swings his staff that he has mastered. So now he's attacking with his staff in melee. He's got it mastered, so he also gets advantage, and he will attack Ymil with his first attack. Because I got the shield, so he figures he's got a better chance attacking Ymil. And he hits first attack. So Ymil is at 3 hit points. And second attack. So he uses his staff. Ymil was not able to get his sword up in time. Takes a hit. But luckily the second attack misses. Now it is Ymil's time to retaliate. He will focus with his first action, meaning he hits on a 4+, 4, 5, 6, and attacks once with his mastered two-handed sword heavy weapon. And he is focused. And he hits for 2 points of damage. That brings the underpriest to 4, meaning half hit points. So now this closer to Orcus kicks in. So when he's at half hit points, he's always focused on attacks, and he can always test 1d6 to evade, even without taking these actions. Okay, that was Ymil, and now we enter the next round. Didn't even get him on. Okay. Adele. Still attacking with disadvantage because he's still in melee with 2 allies, and since now he can always test 1d6 to evade, I'm rolling his dice with the attack dice. Okay, look at this. 5, 6, 5, 6, 2 successes, but 1 evade, because evade is 5, 6, and this is not a... So 1 point of damage. 1 point is evaded, 1 point of damage. So he is at 3 hit points, and that was Marissa. Okay, now Adele. She does not get disadvantage because it's a magic, like magic missile. It is pretty accurate, so she just tests 2d6. And he will, because this is the first attack, also evade. Oh, look at this. It would have hit, but he evades. So he dodges out of the way. Second attack from Adele. Second action, second attack. Oh, a miss, and also would have not been evaded. Okay, so now we had Marissa, we had Adele, Nathan. All right, Nathan. First attack. Yes, look at this, 666. That is a critical hit. Deals an additional point of damage and no evade. So that is 2 points of damage. So he is down to 1. Actually, this went pretty good. And that was only his first attack. And now his second attack. So he's not going to evade or focus. Oh, look at this. A hit, but an evade. Damn, no damage. Okay, so now it's the underpriest's turn. Okay, so now he is pissed, and he will focus now on Nathan. Yeah, focus on Nathan because he just scored a hit. And he is focused and he has his weapon mastered. So 3d6, 4 plus is a success. And because I attacked twice, I can't evade, sadly. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's a hit. And the second... that's a hit. It was, of course, pretty probable that... So Nathan is down again to 1 hit point. Grits his teeth, is pretty exhausted. But now Yamil can save the day. He will focus again and use his heavy weapon that he has mastered to hopefully take out the underpriest. Come on, focused. Yes, there is the 6. 2 points. Oh, wait, I can test evade 1d6. Did I test evade when Nathan attacked? See, he blocked it. He evaded it. So he is still standing with 1 hit point. So he is tough. But next round, this time I'll just go with Adele first. 2d6, no disadvantage. Yes, she hits, but I forgot to roll his evade. He can evade. And he evades. And second attack. So Orcus has his protective hand over him. Yeah, but now she hits and he fails to evade. So he is struck down by an arcane bolt from Adele. And he falls onto the ground. Orcus! Orcus will avenge me. And you are no match for my master, Cathedral. You will see that. And then he dies. Okay. Quick, give him a pat down. So we pat him down. See if he's got anything useful. So he's got actually pretty nice looking ritual dagger, which might be worth something. And a ring. So just some small little treasure. Put it down here to my dragon statues and my ritual dagger. And a ring. Jewelry. Okay. So Yamil, he takes the stuff for now. And then he heads over to me and looks at my wounds. You are in pretty bad shape, he goes. And she goes, I know. I go, I know. But we have to press on. I can feel it. Cathedral awaits. We gotta make the final stand. Well then, let's hope the gods are with us and let's go. But you should basically stay in the rear for now, Nathan. Okay, so we assume this formation and then we head down this way because there's a wooden staircase leading further down, and we got this feeling that we are about to face our destiny in the form of Cathedral. Alright, so this is where I will end it for tonight. Just a short episode. But like I said, I want to see maybe I can finish this adventure this weekend. And I'm looking forward to the final epic battle, and we will see how this goes. Either a TPK or we will triumph. And yeah, but we will see this next time. So once again, thank you for watching, and if you like what you see, do subscribe to the channel and like and comment. And yeah, don't forget to check out my products on Drive-Thru RPG if you want to support the channel some more. All right, so as always, stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.